Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you were new. My name is Mandy and today I'm going to do a garden update. It's been a little while. I just wanted to share what was going on with the garden with you before we move. So if you are new, we are selling our house and things seem to be happening. So I'm just kind of keeping this garden going, hoping that the new owner wants to keep it going as well. So what I have decided today is that I want some Roma tomatoes. So, sorry, someone is doing some yard work nearby. Hopefully you can hear me over that. But I want some Roma tomatoes. Those pots that I have, I'll show you in a minute, that have my tall indeterminate tomatoes in, like the big slicing tomatoes. I think I've decided to get some fabric pots online, and I'm going to put those in fabric pots just because they have handles and like they'll be easier to move around. I don't know where we're moving yet, so I need something portable. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to cut some suckers off of these Roma tomato plants. These are actually San Marzanos. The Romas are down further. I'd actually love to have some of these too, but I don't know how many I can handle. So I might do a couple of each. So I'm doing an experiment. In this cup, I put about, I don't know, like 3 tablespoons of unsweetened iced tea, no sugar or anything in it. And I put a little bit of rice in the bottom, just a couple of grains of rice. I have heard that soaking your rice and watering your plants with the water is really good for them. So why not just put a little rice in here? I'm actually going to keep this. Normally I keep it in a windowsill, but we still are going to have a final walkthrough and stuff. So I think I'm going to leave it out here in the garden in the shade. And what I'm doing is I'm going to put the suckers in here and I'm going to wait for them to grow roots, and then I can plant them in a pot. So that's what I'm going to be doing. Let me just show you what that looks like really quick. So this is the sucker. I will show you closer on the plant in a minute, but I'm going to, this is a little bit long. I'll cut the bottom off here, and I'm going to cut this leaf off. And then I don't know if you can see, oh yeah, see all those little hairs? Those all can pretty much grow into roots. So I'm going to stick this in this cup, and in a couple of days, it does not take very long, you'll see little like bumps on the stem, and then a couple days after that, little roots will be growing out of it. So it's really actually pretty interesting. I love doing this. I did it last year with a lot of my tomatoes. How much cheaper can you get, right? Like buy a tomato plant and then you can pretty much grow the rest of your tomatoes from that one plant. So let me take you to a plant and show you what a sucker looks like, and then we'll put a couple more in this cup. Maybe I'll label it Romas, and what I've done before is put a little piece of tape around the actual sucker and labeled it. So I may do that as well, just so I have a few San Marzanos, because this is the first time I've grown them and they've actually grown. And I mean, there is so much growth on these plants. They're like little tomato bushes. I'm so jealous that I'm not keeping these. But yeah, I would like to see how these do. So let's get a few more suckers for our cup. All right, so these are the San Marzanos, and I don't know if you can even tell on camera, but look at these. They're so bushy and just amazing. These are the Romas. I have not been picking any suckers off. Look at those blossoms right there. Lots of flowers. Anyway, let me show you what the suckers are in case you don't know. Okay, so this is a really good example. So this is the stem of the plant. this was a leaf that I trimmed off, and what grows in like the armpit right here is a sucker. And that is what I'm looking for to put in the cup. This one is a little too small. I'm not gonna use that. You can also use these like bottom, like the side shoots here, but this one's already got some flowers on it, so I'm not going to use that. So we'll just keep looking here. Like I said, I haven't been trimming any of these, so there should be plenty of suckers. See this one right here? It's also gotten really big. Let's take a look at it here. All right, so there's no fruit on that one. I think I'm gonna go ahead and pick that. I wanna use my little, I don't know what these are called, my little trimmers here, because I don't want to just break it. All right, here we go. So see the leaf stem right here, and then this is the main stem of the plant, and then this is the little sucker right here. Perfect. I'm gonna add a few more to this, and then I'll trim them down, and we'll find a place in the shade, and I will show you everything else that's going on right now. All right, I was trying to do this while it was overcasty because the sun is so bright, but I got about 7 in there. I did pick 2 San Marzanos, and I don't know if you can see, but I just put a little piece of tape around one of the leaves. So this will be my documentation. The ones with tape are San Marzanos. So we're gonna take these, and over here on this side, it's nice and shady. The lettuce is pretty much done, so I'm gonna set this in here in the shade, and we're just gonna hope nothing knocks it over, and every couple of days I will change the water. So we'll see how that works. But I don't know if you've watched before, but there was a lot of lettuce in here that I went ahead and removed. For some reason, this lettuce that I thought would do so well in the shade got a lot of like burn or something, some kind of damage on it. This was iceberg lettuce. It was really exciting to me to get heads that were, you know, like the size of my hand. So I may try that again someday, but those just need to be pulled out. These 2 peppers are doing so well right here in a little bit of shade. Last year it got so hot that this bed just cooked, and I think these peppers in the shade here will do really well. It's been so windy, it blew over the sunflowers, so they're like shading out other stuff. The green beans have lots of little blossoms on them. There's gonna be green beans soon, which is exciting. I wish I would have planted a lot more, but I mean, does it really matter? No. I've got these tomatoes here. These are all paste tomatoes. These are all Romas. This cannot be marigolds. I should pull it out, but I kind of want to leave it just because it's green. I don't know. I know my friend Sherry over at Better Living on a Budget gave me the idea to put some nice labels in here for the new owner, but you guys, this thing is so full that I just don't know. I don't know. We'll see. The green onions, Clayton said the other day, he's like, I think they're ready to be pulled out. And I know they are, but I don't want to freeze a bunch right now. I still have some in the freezer. You see those little flowers on all these green beans? Really exciting. And then these are turnips. Look how big they're getting. I did check the other day, and there are little bulbs down there. Can you see that? These are supposed to be purple top turnips, but they're not purple yet. They're still small though. And the kale has been like completely shaded out, but that's okay. The beets are starting to bulb up. We might actually get to eat some beets, which would be really exciting. Clayton and I really like beets. There's 2 little tomatoes right here. I think these were volunteers. This freckled lettuce has done so well. Even in the heat, it's making these gorgeous heads. We actually picked one and had a salad. This one is actually is going to seed. But I think I'm gonna pick these two because they're perfect. They make this gorgeous little head. I love that lettuce. I'm definitely gonna plant that again. It's almost like the living lettuce that you buy in the store. The leaves are like soft but crunchy. You know, the butter lettuce? That's what it reminds me of. It would be so perfect for like lettuce wraps or something. I love it. Cilantro, it's beautiful. It's going to seed. It's got lots of flowers and all these little pollinating bugs all around. This is 3 Roma tomato plants. Now, it's not like humid and damp here. I live in Arizona. It's very dry, but so we don't get a lot of like humidity diseases. I'm actually loving this because if you watched my last video, I didn't put any tomato cages or anything in here, but the tomato plants are like holding each other up, which I think is really interesting. And these are Roma tomatoes. They don't really need a lot of support, but I don't know, I think they're gonna do just fine without it. More beets in between the green onions. Look at these onions, man. I looked the other day to see if they were bulbing, and they actually are making a small bulb down there, so somebody could eat them like onions, I guess. I keep cutting back the Swiss chard and the celery because I assume it will come back in the fall. And then these are more Romas. They look a little bare now that I trimmed some of them off. And then this is 2 San Marizanos. And then the artichokes. I cut this one completely back because we ate all the artichokes. The flavor is amazing, but the stem was really tough. Like maybe they didn't get enough water, and they also didn't get very big. So I don't know. I'm thinking I'm gonna leave those to go to seed. And I don't know, I'd love to eat this one. This is like one you'd buy in the store, or at least the ones I've eaten most often. So yes, that is everything in this big old garden bed. Oh, I love it. I'm gonna miss it, you guys. Every morning I come back in this backyard and I'm feeling sad, honestly. We've got some strawberries coming on. That plant just looking sad. These are all my indeterminate tomatoes, and look at this. Look at all of these blossoms on these. I've got to get them, well, they're doing okay actually, but I really want to get them out of these small pots. Each plant is starting to flower, so they need some fertilizer for sure, and they need some bigger pots. And then I have this pepper plant over here that's looking really good. This is spaghetti squash. Sunflowers look amazing. I dug up the 2 volunteer tomato plants that were in here, and I put them in my pots over there. There's still one right there. I also see something else coming up here. It's a green bean. How funny. And I took out all the potatoes. I'll show you the bowl of potatoes I have in the house. They're just little like new potatoes. We're gonna eat them for dinner tonight, but I put 2 zucchini plants in that container. These are the cucumbers, and there is some kind of squash in there as well. And then all of these need a bigger pot as well. This is my Dr. Witchies. I wanted this tomato so bad, and here it is. It's looking so good. I'm so happy with that. And then the rest of these are all peppers. They're either cayenne or California Wonder. So, yep. That's it. Look at this backyard. I feel so guilty for wanting so much more when I have such a nice backyard, and especially now where there's, you know, nothing for sale that's affordable, and there's also nothing to rent. It's just, I don't know, I don't know. There was a reason we sold it. I'm gonna miss this backyard, especially if we find a house that doesn't have a lawn or anything. Snapdragons are looking great. These are dwarf, what are those, dahlias, I think. I think there's some more over there. There is that tomato that I transplanted. I know he's getting shaded out in here, but when these snapdragons are done, I'm gonna chop them off and they'll have more room. There's my little tower planter. You can see these green beans have blossoms on them too. Yep, and my little mini sunflowers are getting big too. And then these snapdragons look beautiful as well. This tomato looks like he ain't gonna survive, but you never know, maybe. These are little poppies that are coming up. I hope they survive. And then that's another tomato right there. I think it's a Roma tomato, but all right, you guys, this may be the last garden update in this house. I appreciate any prayers for us for finding a new home. Yeah, so thank you all so much for watching, and hopefully you'll come along on our new adventure, wherever that may be. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Bye.